Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday. Welcome to Profit in Your PJs on the last day of October 2017. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited for daylight savings. It's the craziest thing to say, but man, is it dark this early here in Southern California. I'm looking for a little bit more light come next week, but today's the last day of the month. Happy Halloween to all of you. Just a couple reminders about what we're doing here. We do this every single Tuesday morning. We do record it so that anybody who misses it, or if you have anyone on your team and you want to send the link to it, it goes up on my YouTube channel. And that YouTube channel can be found on a Camp on YouTube. And it's every single week. We put a different Profit in Your PJs up there. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't get up with me and come on here live, but if you happen to miss it, or if you love it and want to share it with your teams, then you have it there too. So if I'm getting up, you're getting up. I love it. So we try to keep these to a quick, tight 30 minutes, and we do that to respect everybody's time. I know on the West Coast, a lot of people are getting up and getting ready for work and taking their kids to school, and all across the country. We're represented here in multiple states. So welcome this morning to Profit in Your PJs. I have a couple of quick announcements. We have a guest speaker on this morning. I know that it is the last day of the month. I know that all you guys are running to make your rank, make your numbers, but we have a couple quick announcements, and we're gonna have a guest speaker on here and talk about what's happening in the world of Nerium. So let me share my screen real quick. And I'm already laughing because I just love this slide. When I saw this, I don't know why this got me, but it did. Something about a hamster that gets me every time. But arg, are you ready for Halloween? And you know, before we started recording, I was talking to a lot of you guys about this last trip to Puerto Vallarta and all the people that were dressed in amazing costumes. If you have little kids, I don't know about you, if you don't have small children anymore and your kids are grown like mine, I really miss these days. And I was sitting in gratitude this morning just for the cute costumes that are going to come my way, the reminders and the gratitude that I have for the special moments that I've been able to spend with my son through all the different times, whether it be you know, a prom or a Halloween costume. Dressing up and dressing your kids up was certainly a super special time. So I hope that you each enjoy your Halloween. I know you're running for the end of the month, but that you take a few minutes and just maybe reminisce. Some of you are actually probably in the flurry of getting costumes together, going out and trick-or-treating with your kids. And I just want to tell you, stop in the moment and be grateful for that moment, because our kids grow up so fast and life is fleeting. So are you ready for Halloween? I don't know where they got a sword small enough for this guy, but I love this. Anyway, I get a chuckle out of these hamsters. Quick announcements that are super important. Today is the very last day to get preferred customers and brand partners for the Epic Hawaii trip drawing. And I'm going to go over the ways that you accumulate the points. They're right here. 2 PCs is 1 entry into the drawing. And for the first brand partner, 1 entry, second 2 entries. So they compound. The brand partners compound. And I know that some of us are not getting on this Epic call every Sunday night. It was amazing. We had Karen DeSantis this last Sunday night. It was epic. So go back and listen to the replay of that. But just a reminder on this, guys, this is just the luck of the draw. But the more tickets you have, the luckier you are, because you have more chances in the drawing. So please take time. If you've heard me say this, I've been trying to remind everybody to get their tickets in this drawing. I just don't want Danny and Dale's other legs to win this trip. I want somebody from my team to win this trip. So I'm highly competitive, and that's why I'm pushing so hard for everybody to get their tickets in the drawing. So you have to tally up and send 1 email at the end of the contest. So after today is over, sometime between now and Sunday, because I think they're going to try to announce Sunday the winner. So you've got a few days to get those entries in. So send 1 email in to Epic lifestylegroup@gmail.com. It's right there on the flyer. So you can go back on the YouTube video and grab it. You can go on the Epic page and grab it as well. And if you haven't been tallying up along the way your customers and PCs, you can run your reports like this. So grab your camera, take a quick screenshot of this, or come back and watch the YouTube video afterwards. But it's very simple to run these. For PCs, here's the steps. Just go to your leader dashboard, click on My Business. You want to go to the Report Center, My PCs, and click Start Date, and that will organize them by start date. And you can see right there the dates from July 21st or 22nd when the contest started all the way until now. And all you have to do is either take a screenshot, you can write them all down, type them all into an email. It's really easy. They're not really particular about how they get the information, just that they get it. And then, of course, for brand partners, the leader dashboard, click on business drivers. And right there in your business drivers, you have a new start tracker. So you can see your personal year to date. And once you click on that number, it will open them up and give you the actual dates when they signed up. So you can take the ones from July 21st or 22nd, and you can take those all the way up till now, pop those in an email, and send those in. Guys, please do it. But more importantly, you guys are leaders. You're here because you're leaders and you want this business. And so you're plugging in and you're staying connected. But it's also important to transmit this to your teams because they don't always know this information. They are not necessarily getting on the Epic calls every week, but we really do want to keep everybody together. I liken this to a herd in the wild. And so when you look at a herd in the wild, they're running across a prairie and they're running in this beautiful formation. But as the one or two in the very back of the herd slow down, become distracted, maybe by a predator, maybe they get picked off by a predator, maybe they get injured and they slow down and they don't keep up with the pack, eventually they get picked off. And the same thing is here. And that's why it's so important to keep people coming on the Zoom weekly, getting on the Epic call, and really staying with the herd. Okay, that's my plug for one of the 10 core commitments there. Quickly, Nerium Experience today, if you didn't know about these, they are going on this evening. And they went Sunday night, Monday night, last night, and then again tonight. These are presentations. They're live Zoom presentations. They are being recorded and they're being put up on the Epic Lifestyle Group YouTube channel. So if you have any prospects at all, you want to get them on, this is a power-packed lineup. Jason Ransom, Amanda Thompson, Noel Strain, and Jill Chisholm, all amazing presenters. So this is a great third-party tool to get one of your prospects on. Hey, I know you're busy. I know you've got a lot of stuff going on, but there's a live call tonight. Amanda Thompson really reminds me a lot of you. You're going to love her. You've got to get on and watch this. You know, again, clear the date. What are you doing tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time? So whatever time that is in your time zone. Remember, these are Eastern time, so you have to account for that when you go to get your prospects on. But these are amazing third-party tools. I was watching some of the ones last night that were done the previous night, and they're pretty epic. Hence the name, Epic. So this Friday and Saturday this week, Nerium Leadership Academy, for the first time in the history of Nerium International, directors are being invited. So if you're close to hitting director, you want to hit that today, get that done so that you can come this coming Friday and Saturday to the Nerium Leadership Academy in Irvine, California. Marielle and I will be doing this training. It is going to be power-packed. There's new content. It's going to take your business to the next level. It has looked like it was sold out. It is not sold out. So if anyone's having trouble getting tickets, they reopened it again and they have just a few more seats. So anyone that you have that needs a ticket still, go ahead and do that. There's also the Leadership Academy in Pittsburgh, which is Thursday and Friday this week by Mark Mishu. So if you have anyone in that area, you want to do that. You want to get them to that as well. So I'm going to stop with the announcements for now and come back over here And I want to bring somebody on here that I've been actually coaching with for the last, I'd say about 90 days. And I asked her to get on here because she had earned the trip to Puerto Vallarta. She worked very hard. She was extremely consistent over a year period of time, but she is just amazing. And she's been not only setting goals weekly on how many points she's getting for Cancun, but she's also been out there building relationships, doing the do. And I just wanted her to get on here and share because she's having some great success, and kind of just tell you a little bit about her story and what she's been up to. So Iliana, if you could unmute yourself and take it away, you're up. Iliana Contreras.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. I can hear you.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. I thought I wasn't going to be nervous, but I am. But anyways, here we go. Well, Anna first asked me to share a little bit about the Puerto Vallarta trip, and it was just amazing. I mean, every time I kind of sit back and think of everything we were able to experience, it just really blows my mind. One of the huge things is just all the attention to the detail. I mean, even somebody pointed out that I hadn't even realized was the logo on the room key. I mean, it was just incredible. Everything that they, put their hearts into making us feel special. But really one of the biggest rewards that I had from that was having my husband experience the amazing culture that we have here with Miriam. So for him to see that and experience that and say, gosh, these are really some amazing people. So that was just awesome that he can now experience what I get to experience when I get to work with all these amazing mentors and the people that, I get to, work with daily. So, you just got to get to Cancun. And for me, it was just another aha that I needed to work my fanny off to be there. I don't know, somebody's... Sorry, I just... Hold on.
I'm going to remute everybody again, Iliana. And then go ahead and unmute yourself because I just lost you here in my lineup. Oh, here you are. Okay.
Here we go.
There we go.
Okay. So being there, it just, I have to be honest with you, when the trip was announced in St. Louis, I was going through a lot of things with my family, with my mother, recently being diagnosed with lung cancer. So my heart wasn't there. But being in Puerto Vallarta, let me tell you really quick, I was like, I got to figure this out. And thank God that I was already coaching with Anna. But I do have to give out a special thanks to my other wonderful mentor, Teresa Walbrink, who really encouraged me to make that phone call and reach out to Anna and do this coaching. Because for whatever reason, with what was going on with my mom, my business was kind of just like, ugh, it was there, and I needed a pick-me-upper. So with dealing with this coaching and stuff, it's been fun. I've reconnected to having fun. I'm sure if you ask Anna where my energy level was when we first started, it was kind of like, oh gosh, are you excited to be doing this? But little by little, it's kind of like my weekly therapy, because yes, it is business, but it also what's kind of going on in our daily life also impacts what we do. So just the things that I've been able to reconnect with is the belief in myself, and the belief of the wonderful opportunity that I have that everybody in the world deserves to know about. Another thing is getting out of my comfort zone. I am a stay-at-home mom of 3 amazing children, my best work. Those are my 3 amazing kids. So it's very easy for me to stay in the home. That is my comfort level. So, getting out of the house, and I'll give you a few stories of what that's, transpired into. And also being intentional. By coaching, I've been able to set some goals. So for example, for me to just say, hey, by the end of the month or by the end of this week, I'm going to have $1,000 and new volume. And honestly, that was a little crazy for me to be just like, hey, I'm going to do this. And when it's clear and when you have that roadmap, let me tell you, it starts happening, because that's what's in your head. That's what you envision. So, it's happened by getting out of the house more. So with talking with Anna, and I'm like, I'm going to go to the nail shop today. She's like, okay, well, make sure you put your jellies on. And another tip that she gave me was, when other people are looking and they're going to be like, oh, what's that? If you have some extra ones or you're taking some extra ones, to make sure you put your label on there so they have your information. But yeah, I go to the nail shop, I put on my little jellies, and people do ask. They're like, what is that? So guess what? I get to meet new people and create relationships with people, and that's huge. And for the people that were in Puerto Vallarta, that was something that JL really emphasized on, that, you know, we need to build on relationships. People need that, and they do. So right before leaving to conference, a person that I met at the nail shop, it's been some months, but I want to tell you this because a little bit of what I've learned through coaching and our conversations with Anna, you know, it played out in what my conversation with this prospect was. So I met her months ago. We hit it off there, getting our pedicures done. And I was like, oh my gosh, we should be friends on Facebook. So sure enough, we became friends on Facebook. Then that allows me to be, you know, have her contact information through Messenger. So make sure you get a lot of buddies through Facebook. And so we just kind of kept in contact. She invited me to lunch one time. At that time, I kind of brought up Miriam, but it just wasn't really time. It just kind of felt weird. So then, like 2 weeks before leaving to Puerto Vallarta, she's like, hey, you want to go out to breakfast? I'm like, sure. This is getting out of my comfort zone, ladies, because it's very easy for me to stay home. So we went out to breakfast, for breakfast. And so when I got back, like my energy was just, it was just high. I was excited. And I was like, oh my gosh, girl, like, I can't believe that I didn't take something for you. Like, you've got to try out these jellies. And she's like, what are they? I'm like, no, when can you come over? So she came over a few days later. And, I was like getting ready for Puerto Vallarta, doing shopping and all that. She's like, oh my gosh, you must have had to sell like a ton. You have to be really good at selling for you to go on that trip. And I was like, well, you know what, Mary? I don't know. I said, if you had the cure to breast cancer, would you tell everybody about it? I mean, like, if you had that in your hands, that power, would you want everybody to know about it? And she's like, well, yeah. And I said, well, that's what I feel about what I have here, what I'm giving you right now. I'm like, I know that it's amazing, and I'm sharing it with you because I love it. So it was just the way to kind of take it back, because if once they see you as like Wonder Woman, the sales lady, they're never going to obviously envision themselves doing what I'm doing. But that whole breast cancer thing, it was through a conversation that Anna and I had. I don't even remember how the heck it came up, but it did. It is just amazing how all of a sudden, like, just things just kind of spill out of your mouth. But, that's an example there as far as like, what our coaching does. But it's just been nice to also, if whatever leads that I have, to just kind of dissect it and give me some verbiage. Because sometimes I'm dealing with people that I know, and to be real with you, ladies and gentlemen, I let my feelings get in the way. And as a matter of fact, yesterday when I did coaching again, there was somebody that we were discussing, and I said, what the heck? And I just sent her a message, and we started talking, and so we're talking on Wednesday. We set up that appointment. But also Anna had said, oh, I met some really fabulous Class A people, in the wedding that she went to. And I was like, but, I knew that I would. And I was like, she knew that she would. Like, that's just crazy, right? So I was like, well, I'm going to meet somebody amazing today too. So when I went out to return some things that I had bought, for Puerto Vallarta, I didn't know who this person was going to be. I didn't know how many people it would be. But I was just, my mood is just different, right? So I go up to the counter. I'm like, excuse me, I have to, return this. And she's like, do you don't want to exchange it for something else? I'm like, no, you know what? I bought it to go on vacation. And once I was there, then feeling this material, like, no. I was just going to be sweating my little fanny off. She's like, oh, where did you go? And I said, well, I just went to Mexico, to Puerto Vallarta. She's like, oh, I'm going to be going on a cruise, blah, blah, blah. We started just talking. I'm like, it seems like you really love to travel. And she's like, oh, yes, I do. She told me of all the different places that she had been to. I was like, you know what? I don't know, but I think I may have a way for you to travel a little bit more and really enjoy what, this life that we have, the one life we have to live. And I was like, you know what? Give me your info and I'll send you a little something. I don't know. Maybe then we can grab some coffee once you check it out. She's like, yeah. So she gave me her info, and before I was leaving, she's like, and don't forget to send me that info. I was like, oh no, don't worry, honey, I got you. So it just, like I said, this is supposed to be fun. It's not perfect. Because no business is perfect. My husband is self-employed, and let me tell you, that's not perfection either. But if we just enjoy, we connect, and reaching out, you know, I'm fortunate that, you know, I did reach out to Anna, and I talked to Teresa, and, you know, a lot. But I have to say that it's also taught me to be a better workout partner. So, so once my coaching session is done, I know that I've learned a lot to be even a better leader, to be a better mentor to my team, and then to be a better, you know, workout partner to whoever that lucky person's going to be. But just really, you know, guys, let's just have fun. And with all the stuff that was going on in my family, I have to tell you that I've re-engaged, and earning these trips, it's a decision. It's not just going to happen. We're not just going to get lucky. It's not luck. So, you know, I'm a little bit behind here because I didn't decide early on, but I'm moving, and I have to get out of my way, and I have to take some fabulous people with me, and there's going to be some fabulous people joining my team. I drew out a little map of what I needed and what needed to happen, and you know what? It's going to happen. So, you know, reach out to everybody that you can, and it's never too late. Nothing crazy is going to happen here. It's just going to take decision, determination, and consistency, and being intentional. So I just want to thank you, Anna, for this opportunity to share a little bit of my experience and all the kookiness that's going on in my life. But I just appreciate you and Teresa, and even Karen that I got to you know, hang out with a little bit more. Everybody is just so lovely. And I just, at the time that I didn't think that, you know, my Narian family, that I would need it, you guys helped me through so much. So I love you guys for that.
Oh, Iliana, I just adore you. So many things that I hear through that. And really, guys, it's not because necessarily that I'm such a good coach. What it is grabbing a workout partner, not to complain to, not to just say, oh, I got my 2 today, but to brainstorm and to talk it through. And I know, Iliana, yesterday when we were talking, you had a gal that you were talking to, and you said, you know, I haven't talked to her in years, and we're just getting reacquainted, and I just feel like, you know, I'm just going to go for the throat and try to get the sale. And I really listened to Iliana work through that in her own head and realize that she needed to become, really friends with her, really put your heart into your business and lead with your heart, and not come right out and like, what's in it for me? But more importantly, to find out what could be in it for the other person. And I've just watched you blossom so much in that way. And one of your hurdles in the beginning was, you said, I can get customers, and I can get a lot of customers, but getting them to become brand partners. And I'm watching you do that. But the biggest thing and the biggest takeaway for me, by not only what you said today, but learning from what you're doing and what's working for you in order to take that and help other people, right, is your intentionality, right, and your belief. And how important it is to have a workout partner, how important it is to have somebody to bounce ideas off of when you're feeling low. And again, you know, we get away from the herd here at Miriam, and it's really easy to get picked off and let life and life's things take us out. And so the intentionality is amazing. I remember, Iliana, I said to her, well, we have to have really clear goals. You have to have a very clear intention. Marry that with an elevated emotion, the excitement about seeing yourself in Cancun and going to Cancun and taking some people with you, right? And be very clear about what you're doing week to week, Wednesday to Wednesday. Let's see if we can raise that weekly check. What do you want your weekly check to be, right? More importantly, how many points are you going to get between now and the time that I talk to you? And when she told me 1,000 points, I said in my inside, I'm like, wow, that's a lot. You know, I really don't want to set her up to fail. But she really felt good about that, and she kind of had mapped it out. And so when I talked to her the following week, I said, okay, so how many points are you at? And she said 960. And I go, what? 960? I kind of just went, holy cow, how did she do that? I didn't get 960 points this week, but it was because she was intentional. She made a conscious decision these are how many points I get. And I really had to laugh because it was, I think maybe a week ago that she sent me a text, and it was all these series of numbers. If X plus X equals X, 3 PCs equal X, and if I get my PC or my new brand partner to get X, then I've got this, and here's how I'm going to get it. And I just kind of went, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. But she was intentional, and she's excited. And so, you know, you guys probably know, if you watched Nerium University last night, that excitement translates into amazing customers and brand partners. It translates into teaching and getting excitement. If you did not watch Nerium University last night, go back and watch it. It was one of the best Nerium Universities I've ever seen. And I watched Iliana do what I saw 4 of our top leaders do last night. And that is get excited and believe in what you're doing. But there were some amazing ideas. There were some incredible takeaways that I got from it. And it was definitely something that you want to go back and watch if you did not see it. So Iliana, you are an amazing leader. I'm just watching you blossom. And, you know, if there's anybody out there that really needs some help, reach out, guys. I mean, you heard Iliana say that, you know, she, and thank you, Teresa, for saying, hey, Iliana, you're stuck. Why don't you call on? And she didn't really want to call me, but she did. So if you're stuck, call one of your leaders. I mean, there's so many extraordinary leaders. It doesn't have to be me. It could be anybody. We've got amazing leaders on here. But work with somebody. Talk to somebody. Talk through your list and say, hey, I'm going to call this person. I'm kind of scared. Da-da-da-da-da. And when you talk through it and you brainstorm with someone else, you come up with amazing ideas and amazing strategies, and they really, really work. So grab a workout partner. Go out there. Today is the big day for follow-up. I can't talk enough about that. I'm going to do a whole training around follow-up, but you've got to follow up. The fortune is right there. And Jill Chisholm said it last night on Nerium University. The fortune is in the immediate follow-up with what you do. So stay intentional. Continue to follow up. Today is the last day of the month. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this 1 minute early so you guys can get out there. I know you've got a lot to do today. Again, thank you, Iliana, for your leadership and just for being coachable, because that's really where it starts. You know, when somebody is coachable, they have a burning desire and a willingness to go to work, and you've just demonstrated that, and it's fun to watch you grow. And whoever gets to be your workout partner in the future is going to be one lucky person, because you got this thing down, girl. All right, you guys, with that said, in all that you do, with everyone that you come in contact with, for your life, for your family, for your entrepreneurship in this beautiful, incredible business, show up and be fabulous in all that you do. So goodbye, everybody. Make it a great, great day.
Hi, Anna. Thank you. Happy Halloween.
You, Anna.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much, Anna.
Hi, guys.
Thanks, Anna. Have a great day, too.
Thank you, Anna.
Anna.
Oh, what's that?
Oh.
What's that? That was so cute. All right, guys. Have a great day.
Anna.